About a year and a half after the debut of our first album, we were commencing work of the second album called Last Command. And right about that time, there was this wonderful organization that cropped up called the PMRC. And the PMRC stands, theoretically, for the Parents Music Resource Center. It's, in effect, an organization which is now defunct as we speak. They're an evil organization in the sense that whenever you dictate to someone how to live their lives between now and 20 years ago, things should be left to the individual as to what they think they should or should not listen to. If you don't want to listen to what we're doing or you don't want to watch it, then don't buy it.
We had a song called Animal with I F like a beast, or F means fuck. I fuck like a beast. So, I'm standing there and there's no lights on. I can barely see anything. And all of a sudden, the next thing I can remember is I was looking at the ceiling and my roadie drugged me off stage and I was looking at my amp. And somebody had carried a rump roast about this big around. And it was like about 30, I'd say about 22 degrees outside. It was frozen. And this kid had thrown it up on stage and smacked me in the face. That's like getting hit with about a 50-pound rock. Ba-boom! And I was out. And they had drugged me off stage. And next thing I can remember is just waking up. My roadie's shaking me. Going, Chris, get up, you got to play. He just threw me back out on stage. Guitar's out of tune, everything. And I just went out and played the song, out of tune, laughing. I didn't care. The next day I had a big welt on my head. I looked like a cyclops. You couldn't even see my eye.
I was in a band called King Cobra for about 2 years. We toured, did some tours with Kiss in there. And then I went on tour, and it was King Cobra, Wasp, and Ted Nugent on tour. So we were finishing up the tour in Texas, right? And I talked to Chris a little bit at that time, and became friends with him, but I didn't really know anything about that. At that time they were going to make a change in the band. So when I got home, about 3 weeks later, somebody left a message on my machine. I came home one night, and it was all garbled as messages. Some guy said, "John, this is Chris. Call me at some number." Right? And I said, "I'm not going to call this fool, some maniac. I don't know who it is." So I didn't call, man. Then about three days, so I waited about 3 days later, and then I came home again, and there was a message on the machine. This time he was speaking clearly. I think he was sober at that point. Anyway, and he said, "This is Chris Holmes from Wasp, and give me a call." So I called him up next day, and he told me that they were interested in having me in the band. Would I come up and check it out? Come up and talk to Black again? I said, "Well, sure, man. I'll check out anything. I'm ready for Freddie. I'm ready to check anything out. So I went up and talked to Blackie, told me what's happening and stuff, and I said, "Sure, I'm interested." So I went and auditioned. I auditioned about a week later, and after the audition, they held a gun to my head, and they said, "Okay, listen, man, you're gonna join the band. If not, it's all over for your ass." I said, "Oh, okay, man, okay." Click.
Hey, Love Machine, those chicks, wow. I had this chick next to me, right? Like we were filming, and this poor broad, she was religious. I was saying stuff to her, and like she was cringing. Her eyes were red and stuff. And she was getting paid $300 a day, and she had to sit there and listen to my bullshit all day long for 3 days, and she was pissed off. I put it this way: I made $300 she got a day. I made it worth it. I made her work for her damn money. And she was okay looking. I hope she sees this.
We were then looking for a video to come out of this, and we were approached with an idea for a movie for Ghoulies 2. We went and we looked at the footage, and we decided then at that point that Scream Until You Like It would be the perfect song to showcase an idea like this. To me, it's one of the better experiences that I've had, because the people that ran these creatures made them come to life when we were doing this video. And after it was done, in all honesty, to watch these little guys be put in the box left me with a strange feeling.
Which direction you guys going now? How's the band coming? What's happening next?
That direction.
We're going to Pomona.
You went that way.
Pacoima. Towards the laundry. We're going to be touring Los Angeles and the greater LA area in January. We're doing Pacoima, Torrance, Hawthorne, Palos Verdes,
Downey.
It reminded me of a girl I went out with one time. She told me she wanted me to kiss her where it smelled funny, so I took her to Torrance.
Yeah, good. Right.